Hello, everybody. We are here today with the family of Matthew Vetromile. We're having a little bit of uh, technical difficulties, but let's. Um, she is going to get back on and see if we can um, hear her this time. I'm going to put you guys on hold just to make sure that everyone can hear me. I'm sorry. Thank you guys. Can you guys hear me? Can you just say yes or no, Nancy and Amanda? Just let me know if you can hear us. Hey
Can you
Tasha.
hear me, guys?
Oh, I can hear you now.
Hey, good. Can you hear me now?
Yep,
All
and
right.
Nancy and Amanda said they can also hear us as well. Cool.
I can't hear
So
anything.
is Matt's mom able to get on? Does she know how?
Yeah, she was linking it. She should be on. I'm gonna text her too. Hold on.
Okay. Because you're breaking up a little bit. Amanda says that she can hear you. Sherry Goen says she's here as well.
Yeah, I don't see nothing. I don't even see the chats. How do you see that?
Really? Usually like when you
Yeah,
log on, you can see it on your side panel.
mm, I don't see it. Don't
Uh,
see it.
okay. I can tell
Well,
you,
see,
Amanda
I
says,
can see it better on the laptop.
okay. Amanda says that Tasha, your internet is glitchy.
Oh, of course it is. Let me see if I should turn. Hold on. Let me turn off
Okay.
my Wi-Fi. Wi-Fi.
Um, do you do you think you need to like get off, help her get on, or does
Fuck.
she need to call
Oh,
me or
who? What's going on?
Matt's mom?
Earlier, she got on. She said that she was going to charge your phone for a second. That's what
Okay,
she told me.
perfect, perfect. So we can go ahead and like introduce. Amanda says that's better, Tasha.
You guys can hear me now better?
Yes.
All
Yeah.
right, good.
You look so beautiful. I miss you.
I miss you guys too. Well, I miss, there's no, I don't know what happened to everybody else, but I miss
Yeah.
all of them.
And you know what? When I speak at events and things like that, I have to remind myself because I do say that people are going on with their lives, but I have to remember that there's some people that have not gone on with their lives and that
Right,
still are um, very active.
right,
And Tasha, that's one thing I can say with you. No matter what happens, you are always in my inbox and we're always talking, and I love that about you. You know,
I try.
I have to say this because I have a cousin missing, a sister missing, and a brother-in-law.
Right,
But at the same time, people think, oh, that's my cousin, that's my. It's different. You know what I'm
right,
saying? But when you're born and raised with them in a whole different atmosphere, it's
right,
like your brothers and sisters. So I need to be more aware and more, what's the word I want to say? I have to be more. I need to let everybody know, even though others have gone on with their lives, there still are some people that that are still looking for their loved ones. Because
Yeah, yeah,
again, I say that a lot. Like, um, and it hurts my heart to say
yeah. It does, because you don't want to know what the thing is. A lot of times when um
it.
people don't have missing loved ones, and you just on Facebook or driving or whatever, and you see a billboard and missing flyer, you don't pay no mind to it. Really, a lot of times, I honestly would share posters of missing children and stuff, but adults, I never really paid any mind to it. Then when you someone you know goes missing, you're like, oh, hold up. So now I'm always looking, investigating other people's stuff. I share everybody's stuff. I'm off to find all of them. It's just not Matt, it's everybody,
It's
everybody. And
and
I and
that's
I
the
and I want all of
camaraderie.
us to win. I want us all to find our missing loved ones. It doesn't matter if they're dead, alive, living in a homeless camp somewhere, or they just don't want to be bothered. But for some reason, that's not the case with our family or yours. And a lot of people may think that, but that's not the case. People
Okay.
do just leave. They do.
Oh,
But eventually, over time, they contact someone. And the person that Matt is,
okay.
he would have contacted somebody, especially his mom. That's his
Hi,
mom,
Josh.
Caroline. Hi, hi.
Hi.
And
Nice to
I
meet you.
love that. Man, I truly love that because that is so true, Tasha. That is
Yeah.
so true. And people don't understand. For me, I know that there are a lot of missing children,
Mm-hmm.
but for us in our torment in our hearts, it's the missing adults that the police don't take seriously.
Right.
They're missing.
Yeah.
Yeah, they
So
definitely don't.
yeah.
They,
So I do post reshare a lot of kids, but for us in our struggle, it's definitely about the adults.
Right. Yep.
Yeah. Yeah.
Josh, uh,
We have got
I want to
so.
butt in for just one
No,
second.
it's okay.
Um, First of all, I'm losing my voice a little bit, so bear
It's
with
okay.
me. Tasha, Joshua told me to apologize to you, but he has lost his phone.
Oh, okay.
Typical
Gotcha.
Josh. Yeah, typical Josh.
It's okay.
Yeah. So he apologizes for that. So,
No problem.
okay.
So
Uh,
let's see what's going on with Matt's mom. She's never been on before. Let's see.
yes. Yes.
Go
Not on
ahead.
this, but
Oh, oh, we
I'm
know.
on my what?
We know. We see
Uh,
share him. We see him.
okay. Well, I'm on my front porch, so you're gonna hear cars going by too,
Don't
because
worry
in my
about it.
house it doesn't pick up well. Um,
That's okay.
so I don't know. I guess my most important reason for doing this and wanting to do this is because I've done a few podcasts already, um, and they get out, but I don't believe they get out to enough people.
Mm-hmm.
So I try to do as many as I
Right.
can. I don't have a lot of
Right.
time
Mhm.
lately, which is really a problem for me. But in order to make my trips to Florida well, as often as possible, which lately has been like twice a year. In order for me to do that, I have to work as much as I possibly can. So
Correct.
doing these podcasts are very difficult because I don't always have time. Um, but they're very very important. I hope that people watching or whoever can share this and share Matt's flyers and
Mm-hmm.
we need to keep his face out in the public as much as possible. I mean, I've been all over parts of Florida, Orlando, Kissimmee, Tampa, Jacksonville, Sefner, Sanford. I mean,
Wow.
places
See.
I never even knew existed until now. Um,
Well,
but
let
it's
me stop
very
you right there. Let me stop you.
go ahead.
Like, I know he went missing in
Orlando.
International Drive in Orlando.
International Drive, yes. Yes.
Yeah. So
Yes.
people from Florida know that's the Kissimmee area. So why have you been to Orlando,
Well,
Tampa? Like, what's the?
well, because first of all, International Drive is in Orlando. It is not in Kissimmee. Kissimmee is about 15 minutes, 15 minutes. I don't know if it's north. I'd have to ask my fiance, but it's about 15, 20-minute drive
I was
from
born and raised in
Orlando.
Florida, so I know exactly what International Drive. That's where we used to go
Yeah.
as teenagers to
Well,
hang out. So
Oh,
I get
that's the
it.
party
well,
spot?
we're okay,
Yeah, that's the
but
party spot.
yeah, International Drive is also very long.
Absolutely.
Where
And
he went
I've stayed
missing,
in Monumental
yeah,
Hotel before. Hmm.
yeah, you could look out your window and like see the amusement park.
Agreed.
Wow.
Yeah, yeah, but I know we stayed in actual Kissimmee once at a hotel, and we drove on the I-4
Hmm.
heading.
East.
I was going to say, I want to say east.
Yeah.
For
East.
about, from our hotel, we drove for about 15 to 20 minutes until we got to International Drive,
Hmm.
over near where the Sand Lake. Did you
Yep.
ever hear
Oh,
Sand
yeah.
Lake?
And I've
Okay.
heard of that a lot of times. Yep.
Near there.
So
So,
that's 15 minutes west
oh,
because you're going to
okay.
Orlando.
Okay.
Hmm.
So, but
There's so many
anyway.
highways out there, though.
I
I'm
know.
Oh
learning.
my gosh, it's crazy. It's so
It
crazy.
is.
West, east, north, south. Sometimes
I
you're not
know.
even
Yeah,
there.
yeah. But so there's a few reasons why I've been heading west. I've spoke with a couple of psychics,
Mhm.
um, and one very near and dear to me keeps telling me that she doesn't believe he's passed, that she
That's
sees him
amazing.
traveling west. And this was back when he had been missing for only like 6 months.
Oh, okay. Okay.
But of course,
Wow.
my searching started in Orlando.
Right.
Right.
And then I went to another psychic, and they also mentioned something about getting in a car and being on internet or I-4 going west. So that was the second
Okay.
time someone mentioned west.
Okay. Okay.
So as I continue to look, I keep going west.
Okay.
Tampa is west of Orlando. Sefner is west of Tampa.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah,
And
remember
then,
there was a recent sighting supposedly
yes,
in
then when
Sefner.
I got the recent possible sightings about a year ago from Sefner, that's what made me continue on west from Tampa to Sefner. You know
Gotcha.
what I
That
mean?
makes
Yeah.
sense. That
Um,
makes
Mm-hmm.
sense.
so those possible sightings, I've talked with a few people. A few people have told me, well, the woman that actually had the very first sighting kind of did me bad, and I'm not really contacting her much anymore because I don't have time to have people tell my family bad things or make up lies.
Mm-hmm.
And I
Yeah.
don't have time for that. My family does
Mm-hmm.
not have time for that. We're on a
Right. We
mission.
don't.
We
Mm-hmm.
don't have time for games. So if you want to
No,
play games
we don't got
and
time for
turn
y'all.
family against family or whatever she was trying to do, I don't know. That's all well and good, but I don't have time for that.
Agreed.
So I no longer communicate with her. But I'm not satisfied personally about the findings in Sefner yet. I've talked with a
Mm-hmm.
few people there, and a few of them have told me they know of a Maddie. This one guy is a little thinking it might be him. The guy that was with him said, "No, that's not him." But I'm not satisfied as his mom yet. that he's not there or hasn't been there. So when I
The
do go
same.
back in August, I will
Oh yeah.
probably continue and go to Sefner again until I'm satisfied that my searching in that area is done. So,
Agreed.
Good. Yeah.
That's
I mean,
cool.
until I see his face, I don't
Right.
know, you know what I
If
mean?
it's him,
Or
yep.
until I get some kid that says, oh no, that's it, and that definitely is something I'm looking for, and until I
Right.
find that, I can't move on. So,
So I have a question for you.
yeah.
uh, without telling me the exact city that you live in, where are you staying right now?
I'm in upstate New York,
Okay. That
probably about
that's it.
a
That's it.
45-minute drive south of Tasha.
Okay. So is there anything that people in that area can go into to try and find that?
Absolutely. For
Okay.
one, they can jump on their social media and continue to share my posts because I'm
Hmm.
sure, I mean, my posts are reaching Europe. I've
Louis
had people
here.
from all over the world contact me.
Well,
Um,
that's amazing.
yeah, yeah.
Amazing. You'd be
So,
surprised how many good people are out there, and you'd be
yeah. Hi,
surprised how many scammer
Louie.
people
Hi,
are.
Louie.
How you doing, Carla?
I love my
Where's
Louie.
your clothes, Louis?
I'm late in
Where's
here.
your
Um,
clothes, Louis? Where's your clothes?
I've always loved my Louie.
Uh,
Louie
it's
and
hot
Tasha,
out
they've
here.
always had a very special place in my heart. Always.
I'm
Um,
just kidding.
but
I'm just kiddting.
yeah, Louie needs to put his shirt on because Aunt Carla don't need to be loving all that now.
His
All
wife
right,
is
hold
going to be
on.
very upset with that.
Right.
Put his shirt on, sorry.
Have all the ladies be on his inbox now.
Right.
But yeah, so they can share flyers for me. They can keep his face on their phone. So, it's summertime, lots of people travel. So,
Hmm.
if you're out traveling, take a picture of my boy with you, keep it on your phone, just look around. A lot of the guys these days, they all look alike. They got the mustache, the goatee. By
Hmm.
now, I would think if Matthew is alive and homeless, he may even have long hair. So he could be looking like this long-haired
Right.
mustache, long beard. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
But he's got, very distinct things about him. So if people can have his picture, know these distinct things about Matthew, um, and to just keep their eyes open, keep their minds open, and if they even think, wow, that might be him,
Right.
you know, call either one of us or call the Orlando Police Department. Let
Right.
them know, but tell them to please call me first because
Right.
Matthew, for one thing, has PTSD from being in prison, and he is very afraid of the cops.
Yeah.
Louis knows that.
Right.
Hmm.
Um, but I am very weary about the detective in Orlando that I have right now,
Is it
the
still the
OPD
same one?
detective. Yes, and it's not going to be
Okay.
for long. I put my foot down on her once, and she talked her way back in, made me feel guilty. But with recent happenings and the fact that I've been messaging her now since I've gotten back from my trip to my daughter's and while I was there, and
And
still
that's
have not gotten a response from her.
Wow.
Okay.
wow.
And I put,
Well,
please just respond to me. I miss my baby. And she
They
has
don't
not responded.
care. They
So
don't
I am
care.
saving, she's going to care because I'm saving all these texts and I'm going to her sergeant in August and I am
Good.
showing him
Good.
and I am done.
Good.
I want a detective who is going to look for my son, whether
Yeah.
he's a drug addict, homeless,
Yep.
a
That's right.
murderer. I don't care what he is. He's missing. Find him
Yep.
or at least look
he's
for
your
him.
child. He's your
This is
Yeah.
child.
ridiculous. I need not be the only person looking. I mean,
Right,
the
right.
the OPD has told me, do you know how dangerous it is for you out there?
So what?
Well,
Right. So do their job.
obviously I do because my son was out there and now I can't find him. But if you think it's that dangerous for me, don't let me out there. Go do what
Right.
needs to be done, and then I won't have to do it.
Right.
I
You
have
know?
a question. I have a question because I've been when I found out that Matt was missing, I was actually on my way from Indianapolis to Florida,
Okay.
and uh, I don't even know, Tasha. I think I reached out to you first because
Hmm.
I was on the way from Indianapolis to Florida, and we were going to be coming down I-4, and I was like, so we're going to be coming down this way. Let me help you. And I guess my big thing is uh, me as a family member of a missing person. I don't care if it's my sister was actually involved in drugs, and it doesn't
Hmm.
matter. They're
Yeah.
still a
That's right.
person, and we
That's
have
right.
to find them no matter
That's right.
what.
It
So
doesn't
when I
matter. I mean,
asked Tasha, and you know, she was telling me where he was missing from, I was very familiar with that area because even when I lived in Florida, we went up to I-Drive to do what we wanted to do when we were, you know, partying and stuff.
Hmm.
But
right.
um my thing is like, what do what what's the word I'm trying to say? I'm sorry. I'm just
That's all right.
no,
She's
like
like,
I have so many
ah,
questions because for me, I don't care.
stop
I will
it.
put on some cute little booty shorts and go on I-Drive and say, come and get me. So I
Oh
can
yeah.
I'm
Let
that
me tell you,
that's the
I
type
you
of person
know,
that I am.
yep,
But
yep. And
um,
and I dressed. I will tell you, and you can ask Tasha. I've always dressed, shorts, tank tops. But when I go to Florida, that's why I like my boyfriend with me at least because I dress even more so I get more attention because I need to talk to as many people as possible. So I need you
right.
to approach me. I need
We
those black
went
guys
into
over there
strip
or
club.
those Puerto Rican guys over there. I
Hmm.
need them to look at me. I want to look in their eyes because if I
Hmm.
sense something in your eyes, I'm going to talk to you. And I
Right.
don't care what I'm
Right.
sensing. I'll
Mhm.
figure it out once I start talking.
Exactly.
But if you
Right.
make eye contact with me in Florida, I'm talking to you.
And that's how it
So
should
So
be.
I
me and
put
my
myself out
husband
there to grab more attention,
agreed.
which is
So me
probably
and my
very
husband,
dangerous, but I don't care. I
pretty
got mom
much,
goggles at that point. So,
right. So me and my husband, who
Right.
was at the time in the Black Panther Party, we went to the strip clubs. I dressed
okay,
up like I was, because I'm cute like
that's
that.
it.
No, I'm kidding. But we did, and we were
I've
going
been
to
there.
strip clubs. No, like we were going to strip clubs looking for my sister, looking for Veronica, looking for Matt, like to put it out there that
Right,
we're going to look for them. But at the same time, I mean, we didn't find anything at that time.
right.
But I guess my question is now I'm up here. I can't do a lot down there.
Right.
Uh, but we
Uh,
need to find Matt. We need to
yes,
find
we do.
Veronica.
Because
We need to find
I'm,
my sister. We need to
yes,
find
we do.
so
Yes,
many people that are missing
yes.
in this area.
Yes,
So
because
what
people
I
don't
need to know
understand
from
when
you,
when people are missing, there's pieces of us missing. There's pieces
right?
of our
So
family, of my niece and my nephew, of my mother, everybody. I know what you're going through, and
agreed.
people don't
And that's
understand
why
what we're
I'm
going through
glad on
until
to
they're
talk
going
so
through
much.
it. and we need to make people more aware of that fact too. Is
Right.
that,
Yep.
you think you know how it feels, but you don't. It is
Right.
so much
Not
more.
until you're there.
I
Absolutely.
mean, yeah.
Agreed.
I mean, I
Yeah,
used to watch
especially.
movies about little kids going missing, or God, how would that make me feel? It is
Right.
not that.
Right.
It is so much more. This
Mhm.
has destroyed my whole life, everything around me, everything about me. Anybody who knows me knows that I am not the same person. And I'll guarantee, even if I do find Matthew, I'll never be the same person. I don't look at people the same. I don't think about them the same. I don't trust nobody no more,
Agreed.
you know?
So,
That's it.
And
Mom, let me ask you, what do we need to do as a collective to make others aware that Matt is missing and there's others in the area that are missing? Besides, uh, I know that the reason why I do this is to make sure that everyone has a voice and that everyone knows that these people are missing. And I, I, I will, I hate to say this, but I have to, like, with the people that I work with the street organizations, with the Black Panther Party,
Mm-hmm.
with everyone, I do this so all the others that follow me know that Matthew is missing, Veronica's missing, Kaya is missing, like people of color. And I know a lot of
yeah,
people don't think like Vetromile does not mean that they are a person of color, but they are a person
they
of color.
are.
If they are
Yes, we
not
are
of the
Sicilian. We are Sicilian. We have
Caucasian
lots
persuasion,
of different.
they are
Yes,
still
ma'am.
missing.
Yes,
So
ma'am. But you
I
know
push
what? That's the biggest thing right there. You just hit a nail on the head. Okay, because if Matthew were a pretty little white blonde, the whole
Mm-hmm.
world would be looking for him.
Hell yeah, they
And
would
absolutely,
I'll
be.
guarantee you, we probably would have known already what happened to him.
Yeah.
absolutely.
Because he is a drug addict,
Yep,
a homeless, mentally ill person.
yep,
Nobody cares. Well, let me tell you something.
absolutely agree.
One day, that pretty little blonde might have
Yep,
a son just like that.
yep,
And
Yep, you're
God,
right
let's
about
hope he
that.
don't go missing, because she ain't gonna know what to do, because she wasn't raised in the streets like I was.
absolutely,
Yeah.
Hey, I grew up
absolutely.
in the heart of Rochester. I was raised there. Okay, so when I go to Florida, no, I am not scared of you. I'm not, until I start
That's
walking
right.
away from you, and then I start thinking, "Oh my God, what did I do?" But you know what I mean.
That's right,
But
right.
yeah, they
I
need
get
to
you. I
put
get
as
you.
much right, Louis? They need to put
I
as
get
much emphasis on anybody who's missing, no matter your
Mm-hmm.
age, color, creed, religion. You are a person. You're not a goddamn cat.
right.
Yeah.
I'm not looking for a dog. And God, I love dogs to death. I am looking for a human being. This is
Oh
not
yeah.
a
Right, right.
joke.
Don't you talk about dogs in front of Tasha because she
No,
will
no, I
beat
know, I
your
know. I love
ass.
dog. God, I in front of Tasha. Tasha loves her
Beat
doggies.
your
No, I
ass
love dogs too. But
out.
you know what I'm saying? They do
I
more.
love you, Tasha.
I am looking for a human being here.
Right,
Right.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah, he doesn't have
Absolutely.
blonde hair and a lot of money, but
Agreed.
Hell no.
you know what
But
I'm
he didn't
saying?
just vanish and walk away from nothing. Something
That's
happened.
right.
And
Absolutely.
it
Something
is what it
happened.
is.
If it wasn't in that hotel by
It
that
was
person,
somewhere.
it
Yeah.
was somewhere along the way on that
Right.
very busy road that no
Yeah.
cameras caught
Everybody's
any footage
on.
of him. I don't see
And
how
that's
that's possible.
bullshit.
When
That's
this
bullshit.
street is right near Disneyland, but
Mm-hmm.
you have no cameras that caught my son walking down that street. Don't
That's
give me that
Bullshit.
shit.
bullshit.
You
I
don't have the
have
Nobody has
camera footage
something.
lived
because you didn't
there.
look. You didn't look for it.
Probably cost
I
money for them.
have
That's why they
lived
didn't
there
want to do it.
my
That's what
whole
it's all about, that money.
47 years of life.
Yeah.
And Listen,
There's cameras everywhere. I've seen them.
there's cameras everywhere.
Yes.
And I'm going to
Yes.
tell you,
And
when,
yep.
as a teenager, as an adult, when we wanted to go to Kissimmee, that was the hotel that we went to because we could do whatever fuck we wanted to.
Yep. But you know,
Honestly,
there's
and I know
cameras
they have.
all along that whole strip. You know, there's
Exactly.
red light
I
cameras.
drive.
Tell
Yep.
me he didn't walk
Say
down
it
the
again.
street and
Wait,
pass the
wait,
red
wait.
light camera.
Wait, stop.
You
Say
know,
it again. Say it
stop.
again. There is
Red
what?
light cameras.
Say
Red
it
light
one
cameras.
more
Red
time.
light
Tell me my
cameras.
child did not pass a red light camera. No, he
Bullshit.
did. You just don't know it because you didn't look at him.
You did.
And I'm telling
Say
you,
it
the
again.
OPD,
I want the people in the back to hear.
yes,
Say it
the
again.
OPD is going to hate me. They
I
are,
don't
because that
care.
woman, she's going to lose her job.
Say it again.
She was real close
Red
to
light
losing it last time.
cameras.
Listen, I'm
Red
going to put
light
my phone,
cameras.
yes, red
Not
light
just
cameras.
red light cameras.
Yes.
But
They are
Town
not
of
just
Orlando, you
recording
should be
cars.
ashamed of yourself.
They record everything. I am not a stupid woman. A lot of people along my life have thought so, but I have proven to myself through all of this that I am not. And
Yeah.
I'll be damned if you're going to get away with hurting my child. You know,
And there's
because
got to be
I tell
cameras
people
in the
all the time,
hotel.
you can mess with me all you want to, but don't mess with my kids, okay? Because you'll regret. You're going to regret it. A lot of people are going to end up hating me from this. A lot of people are going to end up regretting
Who cares?
knowing one little detail and not telling me it. I'm shaking right now. So I'm going to tell the world right now, you got any detail, anything
Yep.
that
Speak
happened
up.
since Matthew went to Florida. I want to know it. I want to know it. I want to know it all. And if I find out that any little thing you held in could have gave me a clue to what happened or leads to who did this,
God bless
not
you.
only am I going to end up finding them and killing them, I'm going to find you and kill you too. Because I already told the police. I will end up in jail. I will. I told Tasha too. It'll be worth every second of the rest of my life. I know
You
it's a
gotta be
bad thing to
careful.
say online. And I don't mean that out there, people. I'm a very distraught mama.
No. Mom.
Mom, don't play. I told you.
I feel her pain, but you cannot say that. You're gonna get us shut down.
Maybe she needs to ruffle some fucking feathers.
She didn't mean like
Yeah, but
that,
it's crazy because recently, you know, last time he was.
We are gonna start on Lewis. Lewis. Talk.
Yeah, Lewis, come on.
Mom is banned right now.
we don't really know. We don't know too much, you know. It's just basically my cousin.
You gotta turn your mic back on.
My mic is on. You hear me?
Wait.
No.
Okay,
not
there.
Her. Okay, there you go.
Yeah, I hit things on it. I'll be right back.
Go ahead.
Talk to Lewis. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Go.
All right.
We don't know. I don't know too much. All I know that he was in Florida and staying with his girlfriend in a hotel and basically, you know, moving, you know, to different places and stuff, different hotels, to the girlfriend's house, stuff like that. But then again, you know, we're just trying to figure out what happened to him. You know, where was, you know, if he left on his own, did he go to the bus station? Who picked him up? We really don't know what happened. But all
The
we
thing
know
is this too. The bus station, they got cameras too. There's red light cameras over there too.
But
I've seen.
There's two different bus stations near that hotel. There's a Lex, what is it called?
Lennox.
Lennox
LYNX.
bus station or a Greyhound.
Already
bus.
looked into that.
It could be
Already
either
looked
one.
into both of them, all of it.
But still, maybe
So there's
someone
no
picked
footage
him
of
up.
him ever going there, right?
Nope.
See,
Nope.
so he never went there.
Yep. The bus station, the cab service. He did go for a ride in the cab service with Keisha to the doctor.
Okay.
But he was dropped back off at the hotel with her.
Movie land?
The bus, there is no record, no camera footage of him getting on a bus, buying a ticket or anything.
Wow. So that's
Yeah,
Xed
I sat with the supervisor of the bus place, and we looked through footage from the week before that week and the week after,
Right. Wow.
and there's nothing.
But didn't
So we
Keisha's
X
girlfriend
that out.
$50 for the bus ticket?
Keisha said that she gave him $54 to buy a bus ticket.
Oh,
So we had that on
now it's
message.
54.
At one point. But then at one point, when I talked to her later on, she told me, I never gave him any money. I said,
Yeah, that's
Keisha,
what
you
she
told me yourself
does.
that you did.
Yeah, we
I
had
said,
that.
Yeah,
you really need to get your story straight, because you're telling me different things and you're making me think about things, you know. And I said, now, I got beyond you. I don't want to think bad things, which I'm not going to say things because I'm online right now, but I dismiss no one and nothing.
So Kyle,
I have
question.
reasons
So
for
what do you-
everyone that I talk with, everyone that I keep close
You're
to
right,
me,
Dawn.
there are reasons.
So we know about
Okay.
Keisha, right, Kyla?
Absolutely.
We know about Keisha, how Matthew's in a hotel with her, right?
Yeah.
So what do you think about this? I don't know, but let's just say, what do you know about Shelby? He was in Florida.
Well, I will tell you, Shelby.
Who's Shelby?
Shelby's the one that got murdered in Texas.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
Shelby was
Who Shelby is.
Shelby was Matthew's girlfriend before Keisha,
Yeah.
before he went to Florida. They lived together in Buffalo. They were together here for, I'd say they had to be together for about 2 years at least. Then they broke up. They traveled around the States for a while together, but lo and behold, after a while, they broke up. Matt went off to rehab, met Keisha. That's how he got in with Keisha. Anyway,
We're
Shelby.
gonna talk more about
Yeah,
Shelby.
let's talk. Yes, please.
Yeah.
So
Do we want to do that now?
Go ahead.
Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah, because I think that is
it's very crucial.
Important. Absolutely. Yeah. So if you want to go ahead and talk about whatever, we're gonna go back and talk about. Yeah.
Okay. I'll do it real quickly. I'll make the long story short because my throat is really starting to bug me. So Shelby, okay, so she went to Florida one day. Or let's start with this. All of a sudden my phone rings. I got a phone call. And on the other line is Shelby, crying. I'm like, Shelby, what's the matter? Mom, I just got out of jail. I've been in jail for 3 months in Orange County in Florida. She goes, I got to tell you what happened. I just remembered your phone number. I couldn't remember it. I'm sorry, I couldn't remember. I said, it's okay. What happened? Anyway, she said, I ran into this guy on John Young Boulevard, which is exactly where Matthew used to go to get his drugs. John Young Parkway. Yeah. She said, I ran into this guy. I get in his truck. We go to buy some drugs. I'm looking at Matt's flyer. It's in my lap. She goes, after so many times, you know, I would go, he'd pick me up. We'd go for the drive. She said, all of a sudden he stops near this lake. And he says, you owe me money. You don't pay me my money by next Wednesday. You boy in the flyer, you're going to be swimming in that lake with him because me and my boys did that.
Who said that to her?
Some guy on John Young Parkway that she met up to buy drugs from. I guess Matt used to buy his drugs from that guy as well. But now listen to this. So I tell this story to my detective. Oh, it's all here. Oh, you can't believe her. She's a little, ditzy. She ended up meeting with Shelby, picked her up. Shelby tried to bring her to the lake. Couldn't remember where it was. The detective's like, she's a little, she's on meth. I don't know if I believe her. Whatever. Anyway, I said, look, she would not call me and make that up and not ask me for anything if she were lying. She didn't ask for money. She didn't ask for nothing. So she obviously something happened. So this guy, she kicked up. Oh, anyway. Oh, did I lose y'all?
No, you're fine. Sometimes
Tasha.
they lose service. She can hear everybody.
Oh, okay. Okay, gotcha. Okay. So anyway, the detective told me, don't mind her. She's an airhead. She's whatever. Okay. So anyway, Shelby kept telling me, messaging me, and I'm like, look, just go talk to this guy. And the guy ended up where she said, well, his name, he's in jail right now in Orange County. I'll go talk to him in jail. So
Who
she
said that?
goes,
The detective or
my detective, Orlando
okay,
Police
okay,
Department.
okay.
So she goes to the jail to talk to this guy, and she reassures me he has nothing to do with it. He knows nothing about this. She said he doesn't even know Shelby. He don't know what I'm talking about, blah, 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 blah,
He's
whatever.
lying. He's lying.
So, duh. I mean, who would admit?
I have proof.
You know what I'm saying? Who,
Right.
if you hurt somebody or had anything to do with it, why would you say, yeah, that was me? Come
Yeah,
on.
and then on top of that, Shelby stole his Ford Explorer.
Yes,
On
yes,
top of
she
that.
stole his truck. Yes, but now the biggest thing of all of this is around all of those little things that you could share at another time, Josh, because my voice can run out. 3 months after my detective goes to the prison to talk to this man, Shelby returned home to Texas, where she's originally from, started having coffee with her dad every Tuesday to get reacquainted with her dad.
Yep.
One Tuesday, Shelby did not show up. So her father went looking around. Lo and behold, they found Shelby floating in a sealed trash can in the Buffalo Bayou in Texas. 3 months after my detective went to the prison and talked to this man. But my detective and the Texas Police Department reassure me this is not connected.
Oh,
My foot. My
how?
foot.
How
My
could you
foot.
not?
This is not connected.
Right.
That woman had been in so much trouble, so much drugs, so much bad crap. All of a sudden, she turns someone in who may have an affiliation with my son, and she's murdered. And it's not connected. Bullshit. I'm going to find out. I'm telling you, I'm going to find out. And that's why I say, if you hurt my child, you better beware, because I'm coming for you. And it might take me a while to find you, but I will find you. I will
Now,
find
I know
you.
that Shelby got found July 2022, and she was in jail for the Grand Theft Auto.
She was
When
in
did
jail.
what
She
month
called
was she
me
in jail?
listen, she called me in October of 21,
Okay.
and she had been in jail for 3 months. So that's June, July, August, September, October. August of 21 is when she went to Florida. Matthew disappeared in March, which wasn't very far after. And she met up with the same drug dealer on the same John Young Parkway. And he said,
What
you
the
owe
fuck?
me money, that man in the fire. You're going to end up in the lake just like him, because me and my boys did that. She won't make this up and tell me this shit, especially if she ain't calling me for money. She told me,
She's not
I've been
asking for
wanting to
something.
tell you, Mom. I've been wanting, I can't remember your number. She said, I'm so glad I got it. I'm so glad. So she wasn't
I'm
looking
glad you brought that
to
up.
tell lies.
I'm glad you brought that up, because the day that he went missing, there are a lot of calls made to you. What was he saying?
Well, those calls he was making to me were in the early mornings. Okay, so I was asleep for most of them. Some of them I did get. Now, when that day was here, he was in a bipolar state. I know this because I know what it sounds like. I know his voice.
I'm a nurse.
know.
I understand
Yes,
that.
yes. So you know.
Yes.
So I could tell like 3 days before that he was getting into this state, because I could tell he wasn't sleeping.
Agreed.
And that's the first thing. So, I kept telling him, Matthew, you need to sleep. You need to sleep. I'm fine. I'm fine. I'm like, Matt, whatever. You need to sleep. So anyway, I kept, once I get completely knocked out, which doesn't happen to me anymore, mind you, I don't hear nothing. So there were some calls that he was making that went without me hearing. Now, when I realized and looked back at them, There were probably about 11 that I missed. Okay. Now, when I got up with the ringing I heard, it was 8 o'clock in the morning. And this is when he told me he was going to the doctor with her because she supposedly had cancer, which she was lying about. But anyway, yeah, her mother told me that was a lie. So I know that for a fact. So she could hear that if she looks this up. I don't care. Anyway, so they went to the doctor. While they were in the appointment, he called me again. Okay. And he's talking to me. And when Matthew's sick, he talks really super fast. Not that he don't talk fast to begin with, because he does.
Right.
But it's like
That's
super
what they
fast.
do in a
Yeah,
bipolar
yeah,
state.
yes.
Absolutely.
So he's going on and on and on. I'm like, man, slow down, slow down. So he's telling me, and I hear her in the background. Just hurry the fuck up. I want my effing phone. I want my effing phone. It's
Who
Keisha.
is her?
Keisha.
Okay.
Keisha, his girlfriend.
Okay.
And I'm like, man, just tell me what you gotta tell me, because I don't want her getting upset, you know. Because at this point, I know, Matt's difficult to handle when he's sick. So I don't want her getting upset with him, because
Absolutely.
anyway, I hear her in the background and I'm like, Matt, what's up? I want to come home. So what do you mean you want to come home? Well, she's moved back in with her mom, and her mom won't let me there anymore because she caught me smoking pot outside. She won't let me stay there anymore, and I don't want to be homeless anymore. So I need you to send me, what was it, $68 for a bus ticket, so I could come home. I said, Matthew, now listen, this is what Tasha needs to understand, and everybody needs to understand, because everybody is getting this part wrong. If Matthew was afraid of anything, he was not letting me know it. If he let y'all know it, I knew nothing about that. He told me a woman would not let him move back in. I don't want to be homeless again. Now, for years, I have been trying so hard to learn to say no to this man. Okay. I always say yes to him. I give him everything since he was born, everything he ever wanted. Everything. He would call me. I'd send him cigarettes in the mail. He'd call me. I'd order Burger King over the phone and pay for it. I mean, anything he needed, I did. So my family had been trying to teach me, Carla, you need to be strong. He's never going to be able to be a man on his own if you don't let him be on his own. So this one time, and I'm telling you, this is the very first time I told that kid, no, I'm not sending you the money. I don't have it. I had it. I did. And it tears me apart every damn second of every day that I didn't give it to him. And I chose that day to put my foot down, because I've never seen him again. And that is what keeps eating at me. But, he was getting paid 3 days later. His Social Security was coming in. So I told him, Matt, I'm working hard for my money, okay? I can't keep doing this. You get paid in 3 days. Get a bus ticket. Come home. So that was like 11:30 in the morning. After that call, he called my son Joshua, and I told him, Josh don't have his own money. He's using his boyfriend's money. He's probably going to tell you no. Because at this point, we're all just trying to get Matt to do something on his own, So then he calls Amanda. Well, Amanda, everybody thinks she has money, but she really don't. Amanda's broke. She got money in the bank, but she's saving that for a house. So she called me today to use my food stamp card. So, she's not as well off as people think. She is in one way, is that she has her father and she will always have her father. Okay. Ed will bend over backwards for that girl no matter what. I'll guarantee he'll do it, even if she was a drug addict, homeless person. I'll guarantee it. But for Matthew, no, he disowned him. And he even told me, if you do find him, I don't even want to know. So you know what I told him? I said, you are nothing but a piece of shit. And I am ashamed that I ever loved you. So ashamed. And I am so sorry that my children had to grow up with the likes of you. No wonder why your son is the way he is. Maybe you should think about that for a minute, Ed. Mr. Big
Mom,
Shit. And
Mom,
Tasha knows what I mean.
Mom,
Because she knows her uncle. He thinks his
Mom,
shit don't stink.
Mom.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
no,
She's
Yeah.
fine. She's
no,
fine.
Yeah.
no.
I-
I
Oh,
understand
man,
your
I get so
frustration.
mad.
No,
I am
listen,
so mad.
listen to
He's
me. I
bad.
understand your frustration, but you don't
She's fine.
Is it the swearing?
listen, Carla.
Am I swearing too?
Carla,
What?
no. And
Don't
this is
threaten her.
not coming from Tasha. This is not coming from Lewis. This is coming from me. No. No. Listen, again, 3 people missing in my family. You cannot say that to them. They have to understand, no matter if they have chosen to leave,
That's right.
or you, Carla, no.
I mean, I would tell
I am
Matthew.
angry. I am angry. I am
Yeah.
angry
Oh,
about my
I am
sister.
angry.
I am angry about my cousin. I am angry about my brother-in-law. But Carla, no.
They'll get what they deserve. Believe me. Amen.
Exactly. When they look at all of these, okay, let me tell you about a person that has actually been found through our interviews. So a woman reached out to her mom, and she was pissed that her mom put her face all over Facebook, YouTube, or whatever. I'm not saying you don't do that. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that at all. But she was upset because don't do it, Carla. Don't.
Well, you know what? I don't even believe anything anymore. You know, in the beginning I did,
Agreed.
but
Agreed.
my head has been racing so much through all of this that there are so many possibilities to what could have happened.
Agreed.
All I
Yeah.
know, and why I say it like that, is I'm going to find out what happened.
Agreed.
Because I'm not going to stop trying, and I'm not going to stop looking until I know. And
So-
that's what I mean by that. You know, I'm just never going to give up. He's my
Let me
child.
share.
You know,
Let me share. Have you looked at other missing persons' family members and what they're going through?
oh yeah, this is all I do.
And
I'm
the
up all
people that
night
have
on the
been
phone.
found?
Yeah, I look into everything. Like I said, I don't sleep much anymore. So, I look into many different cases every single night.
So
I became very good friends with.
I want to tell you, as a family member of the missing, I want you to look into people that have been found and listen and hear what they are saying. I'm going to put you in touch with a family member of the missing that has been found.
Okay.
And that person that has been found is very upset with her mom because of, I don't want my business out there, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
we as a family, we are going to continue to put that out there no matter what, because that's what we are supposed to do.
Well, see, I agree with what you're saying. And on my last news report, I did say that, if Matthew is listening, if anybody who knows Matthew is listening, I just need to know. If you choose to be out there, if this is how you want to live, that's fine. But you got to tell me. He's
Agreed.
got to let me know.
Agreed.
Because this is
Absolutely.
destroying me not knowing what is going
What
on.
happened?
I don't know if he's alive or dead. I don't know if he's happy or sad. I don't
Right.
know if he's crying or celebrating, or
Right.
if that's how you want to live, then that's fine.
Absolutely.
I'll never bother you again.
Totally
But every now
understand
and
that.
then, like every 3 months, you got to say, "Hey, Ma, I'm still alive."
Right.
That's
Agreed.
all.
Agreed.
You know.
I'm in the same position as you.
I mean, every now and then,
This is
I
my
lose
sister.
my
This is my
wits about me when I'm talking about
28-year-old.
it, and
Listen,
I say things I don't mean
Carla,
to say, like just now,
Carla,
but this
Carla,
gets the better of me more often than not.
Carla. We can agree and be in unison on this. This is okay. So my dad has me, Jason, 4 kids. 4 kids. Before my dad died in 2019, he had my oldest sister, Natasha. He had me. I was the second. He had
You want to go in?
a child that we didn't even know about that we found. Well, my dad's child found us. So 3. And then, listen, I totally get what you're saying. Absolutely. And if they want to disappear, let them disappear. But
Exactly,
bitch,
but you
tell
gotta tell
me.
me. Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
so you
Yes.
already know I'm gonna cuss
Yes.
in this. I don't care because this is autonomy that I have.
Yes.
Bitch, you better tell me that you're fucking missing. Period.
You know it.
If you
That's
don't
right.
like it,
Yep.
I'm still gonna find you.
Yep.
Because
And I also
you
mentioned,
are my blood.
because, right, remember I told you he's PTSD from being in jail, so he's afraid of the cops? On my last report, I said, Matthew, I want you to know the police are looking for you for me. They're not looking for you for any other reason. And if
Right.
anybody's hearing this, all your warrants have been
Are gone.
diminished. They're gone. They don't want you. I do.
Right.
And if you don't want me to know where you are, that's well and good. But tell
Just let somebody
somebody you're
know.
alive. That's all I
Contact
need to know.
me. Contact Lewis.
Yeah.
Contact
And,
Katrina.
and they don't even have to
Somebody.
tell me where you are. I don't care. But I need to
There's
know if
so
you're
many
still
other
breathing.
people that are looking for
You know?
If he does not want to contact you, he can contact Tasha.
Anybody.
He can contact
Anybody.
Louis. He
Yes.
can contact us.
Yes.
Listen. Oh, I'm sorry.
Yes.
I'm trying.
It's very
sorry.
frustrating. It really is, because I'm out there thinking, gosh, well, now if he did see it, he's thinking I got the cops after, or the cops are after. No, they're looking for you for me, because I want them to. I had to tell them all about. They didn't even know his name. Oh, and now with all the warrants here in New York, they're all gone.
Sometimes
But I
wish I was
still
in
don't
Florida.
want him to live in New York.
But
If
I
he
hate
came back
Florida.
here, he and I would move to South Carolina together. He's got too many people in Rochester who are after him. And that is one of the reasons that I did not want him back here as well. If you're going to be homeless, don't walk around Rochester, baby. There's people out there who want you dead.
But he's
And if you're going to be homeless, it gets cold here. At least it's warm down there,
Right.
So there were a lot of different things.
So let me ask you, when you come to Florida, what do you do?
I walk the streets. I go in and out of every business I pass. I talk to every person I pass. I do some crazy things. I was in a gas station once and these men looked at me, and just the way the man looked at me made me want to talk to him. So him and his buddy went behind the gas station, and the girl that was with me, one of Matt's ex-girlfriends, decided
Adria,
she
yeah.
wasn't going to go. She wasn't going to go behind that gas station with me. And she's like, Carla, get in the car. I'm like, no, I'll be right back. I said, either you're coming or you're not. I'm going back there. And I went back there and I talked to them and showed them the flyer. I'm right up in their face. I'm like, you know this man? And the kid looked at me, you got to be effing kidding me. I said, no. Do you know this man? He looks over at his friend. His friend put his head down. I said, well, you're telling me you know something. I said, do you know him?
Right.
You got to be effing kidding me. I said, I'm not. I'm his mother. Does it look like I'm playing? Do you know him? And I looked at the other kid and I said, do you know him? And he looked back at the other guy and the other guy shook his head no. And the kid put his head down and refused to look back at me again. So they knew something.
Interesting.
Yeah, they knew something. So I left. I walked away. I said, with my hand on the knife that was in my hip, which I made it look like a gun by the shape of my hand. Okay. I started walking away and I looked at her and I said, listen, if you were involved, you have not seen the last of me. And I continued to walk away. And then I started saying, oh my God, please don't kill me. Please don't kill me. Because now I'm walking away. So mom goggles are gone. You know what I mean? So, but anyway,
So, like,
I walked
were
back
these
to,
people homeless people, or
I don't know. They were two black guys that were in the gas station. I didn't like how they looked at me. I thought maybe they recognized me as looking for him.
Mhm.
You know, my head thinks lots of things. So when I saw them go behind the gas station, I said, I'm going to
Interesting.
talk to them. Yeah. So anyway, when I got back into my car, got in, locked the doors, guess what I did? I called Detective Easton, the OPD detective on my
Right.
case, and told her where I was, what had just happened, and then I'm going to sit here and wait for her so she could come talk to these guys. Okay, I'll be right there. I waited for 7 hours. She never
What?
came. Oh, yeah.
Wow.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you need to
So,
contact someone higher up and file complaints.
man,
Like,
I'm
that's
telling you,
crazy.
Tasha, I am so done with this woman. Now,
That's
granted,
not
we had
right.
had our meeting after this incident,
Mhm.
okay? But since then, so many other things have happened and not happened, and I've been ignored again. I'm done. You know, you're an Orlando homicide police detective. I am the mother of a missing person.
Agree.
Don't
That
ignore
can turn
me.
into a homicide.
Don't ignore me because I'm
I have a question.
crazy.
I have a question.
Yeah, you know,
I have
I'm
a question
crazy.
because for my sister in Hillsboro, they don't
Mhm.
have a missing persons division.
Neither
Right.
does
So
OPD.
what was that?
Neither does OPD.
That was my
Orange,
question. That was
Yeah.
Orlando, yes, they don't either. But
But
that shouldn't make a
Florida is
difference.
Florida is the third
Yes,
largest state
yes,
in the
yes,
nation
yes, yes.
for missing
Good
people.
point. Good point. Yes. And
So
so
I will
many
ask you
people go
again.
missing from that state.
That's amazing. That's why
They
they should have a special
need,
task unit for missing people.
they need
Agreed.
a missing person department.
Yep,
Every
a
So
police
unit.
department in a major city needs a missing person department.
agreed.
Or like in
Let's talk
Sefner,
about
they don't
this.
have one. So they work with Tampa. They need someone to work with then.
It doesn't
Because
matter,
this is not a joke. These are people, you know. Just
Carla.
because they're not children, they're as important. They're my
Carla.
child. He's my child, you
Carla.
know.
Carla.
And I know
This
you
is my
understand.
sister, and I feel you. But at the same
Yeah.
time, we need to make noise about this.
Yes, we
Yeah.
do.
Florida is the third largest state in the
Yes.
nation
Yes.
for missing people.
Yes.
But the counties with the most missing people do not even have
Yep.
missing persons divisions.
Yes,
So,
ma'am.
Again, let's talk about Hillsboro because
Yep.
I know
And I
there's
went to Hillsboro. I've looked in Hillsboro.
exactly, and that's
Yes,
my
I
point.
have.
Like
Yep.
with my sister, my cousin, with all the people that I know have been missing in the Hillsborough County area,
Yep.
but do not have a
Crazy.
missing persons division.
Vision.
Yep.
So let's go back to Kissimmee, Orlando. When you or whoever reported Matthew missing,
I
No, that's
reported it.
another thing.
who took the case on? Was it
It was at first given to, oh gosh, can I even remember his name? I have it all written down. Detective. It was a police officer in the Orlando Police Department, but he was not a homicide detective. And he was retiring. I reported Matthew, I believe it was on a Monday, and he was retiring on Friday. So before he retired, he told me that this is too important to leave in his division. He said, I am passing it over to the homicide department. He said, not because I believe that he is gone, but because I wanted that urgency brought to this.
Okay, stop right there. He is missing. Why did they pass it on to a homicide detective? Why?
Because listen, you know what they do? This is what they did.
I know.
When I originally talked to him, that detective, he said, okay, I'll get things moving and I'll get back with you in a couple days. I said, okay. Well, I waited 2 days, nothing. The third day, I kept telling Josh, that my other son that was with me, if this man does not call me by 4 o'clock, I'm going to flip out. I'm going to sit down and I'm going to call him. So I called him and I reminded him who I was. And he said, I just had to make sure you were serious.
What?
I went, what? I said, what did you just say? He said, you don't know how many people report people missing and then I never hear from them again. He said, but now that I know you're serious, I will sit down with my round table before I retire in 2 days. It was on Friday, before I retire, and we will get this going and we will get this sent over to the homicide department because this needs to be done with urgency now. I said, yeah, because now he's missing 9 days instead of 5.
Now, whatever
I was
happened
livid.
between the day he went missing until the day he was reported, if something went on, that's 9
That's
days
right.
that they had.
That's
what
right.
What the fuck are we doing in Florida?
Exactly.
Change.
Exactly. If I come to you about a missing person, investigate it. Don't wait to see if I'm serious. Are you kidding me? He could have been alive during that time.
Yeah.
But
and they better hope he wasn't. They better hope he wasn't.
Now, what about Keisha? Did she ever really report him missing or no? Because I know she said that she has.
Not that I know of.
Was there a reasoning why?
Because she didn't think he was missing.
Yeah, but she's the one that said he was missing.
Yeah, that's what she told me.
Well, recently,
but like I told you, she's got 7 different stories.
This is the problem. In Florida. This is.
Yeah.
Ooh.
And wait, not only that, Katrina, but guess what? My Orlando police detective, the homicide detective, talked to Keisha for a half hour on the phone for the very first time after talking to me numerous times on the phone for hours. Mm-hmm. And within that 1.5 hour phone call, called me back and told me she believed Miss Cash to be truthful.
What?
Really? What? Really? Do you now? I said, well, you're going to find Miss Vetromile to be a crazy bitch. I said, I cannot believe you said that. You're going to find this one to be a crazy bitch, I told her, because you really pissed me off now. You find her to be truthful. I said, which story? Which of the 7 stories is truthful? Which one you think?
All right, this is now Carla and Katrina.
Ahead,
recently, I've spoken to Keisha. Honestly,
she
states to me that she's sober. She's doing good. She wants to find Matt. She had reached out supposedly to Esson because the phone that they had during the time Matt went missing.
Yeah, she offered it to the OPD and they won't do it.
Yeah, that's what she's telling us. She said that she's recently reached out to her too, and she's not responding to her. Do I know that's true?
Yeah,
I don't know, but
she doesn't
she's been,
respond to nobody. It's
she's,
ridiculous.
Wait.
Keisha has been very opening on speaking with the
She
detective
has.
again.
She
She's
has.
been
And
very
that's
opening
why,
on giving
yes,
her phone up, seeing if there's something
yes,
on it.
yes,
Um,
yes.
So I don't understand if they're willing, she's willing, because whatever happened that day, Matt did not have a phone, obviously. If he did leave with somebody
Right.
or owed somebody
He didn't,
money, it's on that
no,
phone.
he didn't have
right.
a phone for 3
Absolutely.
days before he went missing because he was in the psychiatric ward. Okay. And
Right.
when he got out, his phone was turned off and wasn't getting any money for 3 more days. Remember, I told you when his social security came in. So he wasn't
Well,
able to turn it on. So he
let's
Now,
threw
back
it up
up.
against the wall and cracked it and was using Keisha's phone for the last 3 days from
so
February 26th, I believe, until March 1st.
now do you
So let's
believe?
That's
back
why it
up and
was
tell
important for them to get her records. But
Mhm.
they
And that's
told
why
why.
she wants to
me
give the phone up, but they don't want to
yes,
do it.
and I told them that she's willing to, after I talked to her. And the detective told me, well, we don't just drop everything and do that, that's very involved. Well, he's been missing for a long time.
Exactly.
Hmm.
Do what you need to do. But it's because he's homeless and a drug addict. He is not important. That's what it is. It has nothing to do with his color or sex. It is because he's homeless and a drug
No,
addict.
no, Carla.
It may have
I'm.
something to do with the sex,
No,
but
Carla.
more
I am
so that
going.
he's homeless and a drug
Carla.
addict.
Carla. Yes,
What?
absolutely. He's homeless.
Terrible.
He's a drug addict, and he's a
Yep.
person of color.
Yes, he is a
He
person of
really
color.
is. Yes, we're Sicilian. See, I keep forgetting that.
Mm.
You're right.
But,
You're absolutely
but
right. It's just they don't know that
no,
because
you're
he's got the
laughing, but I'm
Vetromile.
serious.
He's got very light skin.
No, you're
Oh, he
laughing,
is a
but I'm
person. He's a person of
serious.
white color, right? Is that your point?
Exactly. He doesn't have
Thank
blonde hair
you.
and blue
It took
eyes.
me a minute. Ah, you see, I'm sorry.
No,
I'm
you're
sorry,
fine. You don't
Mama.
got to apologize for nothing.
I do because I don't want
Yes,
nobody to think I'm
yes.
prejudiced in any way because I am not.
Oh, please.
I
Because
am not.
Carla,
I keep saying that Sicilian because the Sicilians were the blacks of the Italians. Just so
egg,
you know that. That's why I keep
Hmm.
saying
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, but a lot of
listen
people
to me.
don't know that. A lot of people don't
Listen,
know
Yes, a
that.
a
lot of them
lot of
don't. That's true.
say it again,
That's very
Tasha.
true.
A lot of people don't know that, but
That's
we're
right.
darker than
Yes.
those that.
Yes. Oh yeah, look at very
Again,
dark.
I will talk about Gabby Petito all day. I
Oh
don't know
yeah.
her.
Oh yes.
Blonde hair, blue. I don't know
Yep.
her,
Yep.
but
Yep. But you know what? Everybody knows her parents. They're rich. She's a pretty girl. Whatever.
but
My
but my
son is a
point,
very good looking
my
man.
point is, I am not by any means necessary. Uh, my kids are Mexican, black, and white, so they are an aurora of a rainbow. But at the
Absolutely.
same time, I know that if I went missing, they're not going to look for me as they would Gabby
Exactly.
Right.
because I'm not
Exactly.
blonde haired and
And
blue
it's
eyed.
very sad. Very sad.
But it's not the point that I have not done what I can do to help the missing, whether
Right.
they're black, white, Mexican, Puerto Rican,
Right.
Asian, it
Right.
doesn't matter. I'm
You
going to
just want
stand
them
on
to feel
this.
that way too.
Absolutely.
That's right.
We
And
are
that's how people are going to be found. Is if the
absolutely.
police departments that are supposed to be the ones looking for them are looking at it that way and not placing more priority on any other missing case.
But
There should be no prioritizing.
we have to capitalize on the black and brown. We have to.
Absolutely.
And I hate to say that, but we have to. Because if we
Yes.
don't, they're not going to hear us.
Nobody else. That's
I
right.
hate to
That's
say
right.
that, but
And it's sadly, it is so true. And it's horrible.
it,
It's
but
absolutely
it's true.
horrible.
But it's true.
I mean, look what
We have
happened. I
to.
always say that George Floyd, you know,
Absolutely.
you would think he is a person just like any other person. How
Agreed.
dare you treat him that way?
Agreed.
And it wasn't soon after that event that Matthew went missing. So you would think, wanting
As
to
well
fix
and
this
was.
problem,
Agreed.
they weren't gonna be prejudicial in any way anymore. But they are,
Of course.
and they're
He's a
proving it.
drug addict. He's darker than the blonde haired, blue eyed people.
Yup,
Absolutely.
yup,
Absolutely.
yup.
We
It's terrible. It just
I'm
is not
sorry.
right.
I don't mean to make it a race issue. I don't mean to
But
make it
everything normally is. Everything almost always is. And I'll tell you, it's a disgusting thing. Because under God, we are no different to Him. Not anything, even what we believe, even our religion, even if we believe in the golden cow, He doesn't care.
right.
He is going to be there for you no matter what. He is going to love you no matter what. And it's so sad that authority in this world and other people in this world, people walking down the street, cannot treat each other as such. None of us should be treated any different from the color of our skin, or for what we own, or what we care about, or what we love, or what we respect. We're all different people, and that's what makes us all so special. Don't we learn that in kindergarten?
No,
You
not
know?
anymore. No, they
Are
don't
we
teach
supposed
that
to, though?
us. They don't
You
teach.
know?
They
That
don't
we're
teach
all
that
special?
anymore.
The fundamentals of life are learned in kindergarten, people. Open your ears. Parents, teach your children right now in kindergarten to pay attention and listen, because this is where they learn their life lessons. And
Absolutely.
a lot of people don't know that either. But let me
Agreed.
tell you, they do.
Totally
Because when
agree.
you get out here, you need to know these lessons already. Because it's hard learning them along the way.
Hmm.
Just ask Matt.
Yeah.
Totally agree.
Yes, ma'am. But unfortunately, I really have to go soon because I am getting really hard for me to breathe right now. I have
It's all right.
COPD too. So with this cold and getting revved up, I have a real hard time breathing. But
It's cool.
and the fact that
Tasha,
I'm
can you
sitting
stay on with
outside in
me?
the heat, huh?
Oh, I was asking Tasha if she could stay.
Oh, I
Stop.
adore my niece, and I am so proud of her, and I am so grateful that not only is she my niece and forever will be, nothing will ever change that, but that, Tashi, that you were wise enough that one day, remember when we talked on the phone back years ago, and you told me some of the things that you learned about me from a certain someone or thought you learned about me. I'm so glad that you were able to rise above that and talk to me and listen to me and make your own decision and know that I am a bigger person than that. And that I have goosebumps. I've
Absolutely.
loved you. I've loved you since the day I met you. I always tried to protect you. I remember bandaging up your boo boo in your bed one day that you got,
Not your boo boo. Stop.
and
Yeah.
I laid with her all night, and I took her in the bath and I cleaned up her blood, and I laid with her and I held her bandage on her, and I cried with you, and I will
Yep.
always love you and always be grateful for what you're doing for me and my
No
boy and for
problem.
our family.
Yep.
For our family,
Yep.
and
We
my
got it.
mother is so grateful. It would be really nice if Matthew could see his grandma one more time.
Right.
She's got dementia really bad, and she isn't good, and she misses him
Aw.
so much.
Yeah.
So I
We'll
thank
fit.
you for everything you do.
We'll find him somehow, some way. We'll keep fighting. We'll keep asking people for help.
Okay.
If
Okay.
there's anybody out there that can, assist her next trip to Florida too, search teams. We need people on feet. We need people looking at swamps,
Yes.
woods, homeless
Boots
camps.
on the
We need
ground.
more people. Yeah, more people to look,
Agreed.
search, walk around with flyers.
Yes.
There's a lot of
My daughter Amanda actually has is going to be starting a. I don't know if she's doing a GoFundMe or what she's doing, but she's doing it in her name. She was recently talking with a private eye because I'm no longer able to afford the ones that I had. I had 3 at one point. I went down to 2, but now I can't even afford them. But she looked into one over the past week and has found a way to get one for not as much money as I was paying. So she's going to be doing something on social media to help her to get that money. They said for one day's work, they don't want a retainer. The first part is real cheap, but after that, every day's work is $1,000 a day because they're going to be
Crazy.
boots on the ground every day out in the public. But
Wow.
it's $1,000 for that entire day for him to be out there on the ground. So Amanda's got a lot of work to do,
No.
and even if I could get one day,
Oh my God.
it would be fabulous,
Right.
Okay.
So, I mean, if you could maybe talk with Amanda Tasha and maybe see what she's working on and maybe get that going on your social media for us,
Yep.
that would be
Gotcha.
helpful,
You need to talk about Matt as a minority.
I do. That is a very good point. Thank you. I'm going to try. I'm going to write that down as soon as I get off the phone and remember
You
that.
have to.
Thank you.
There's
Thank
no.
you.
You have to.
Yes, that is a very good point.
Yeah,
Thank
because
you.
he
I
falls in a
appreciate
lot of
that.
categories too. He does.
He
Falls in the
sure
category of
does. He
homeless,
sure does. He
addiction,
sure does.
minority,
And let me tell you, there's not a
low
person that I've
income.
talked to and told them my story that almost doesn't sit down and cry with me. And they feel for me too. So to make his case any less important, I'm sure people just don't agree with it. They just don't. He's just as important.
Yeah,
Brittany
he sure is.
Drexel's mother did so
Yep.
much for me. That woman taught me so much. She gave me so much strength inside my soul and my heart and my mind. She taught me how to search. She taught me how to preserve evidence. She is amazing. And I remember I ran into Brittany's father first throughout all of this. Okay. I got a hold of him first. And he said something to me that it didn't derail me from seeking out Dawn. And now it makes me glad that I did and that I never talked with him again. Because he told me to always remember that all Dawn cared about was herself. And that is
That's
the
not true.
biggest bunch
No,
of bull.
no.
All that woman
not
cares
true.
about
No.
is her daughter.
Daughter.
Her
No.
child. She lost her
No.
family. She
I
lost
will
her
not let
world
you
for
say
her
that.
daughter.
No.
And that was the
I
most
will
disgusting
no.
thing I
No.
heard.
No.
I was
I
like,
will
okay, sir,
no.
okay, sir. And I hung up the phone and I was like, oh my God,
No.
I can't believe he really
No.
said that. Seems to
No.
me the only
He's mad. You
No.
know how that goes.
I will not let you say that. No, ma'am. No, ma'am.
No, she
I
fought
will
hard for
not.
that girl. She
No.
did everything and anything she could do to figure out what happened to her daughter.
Absolutely. I will. No. No. Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
She's got herself muted. I don't think she knows.
I muted her. No.
No.
No. Okay. It is 8:24. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. No. Mm-mm.
8:24.
No. No. No.
I think Dawn's watching too. And they're friends though, so I'm not sure.
No. Mm-mm. I'm sorry.
You don't gotta apologize. You don't gotta apologize.
No.
Birch. Ooh,
So
and Lewis left us.
I cannot say that Tasha, I'm gonna let you talk right now
All right.
because I can't right now. Because no,
She's on. I don't know what's going on. You're on mute. All right, guys. So basically, if you see anything, hear anything, contact the mom, Katrina, me, Lewis. We do have a Gmail account out for Matt. It's teamfindmaddie@gmail.com. If you have any sightings, any leads, we'll keep it quiet. We keep it hush. He went missing from the Movie Land Monumental Hotel at International Drive in Orlando, March 1st, 2021. He does have 2 conjoined flags on his arms, his My True Colors. He does have a jailhouse tattoo on one of his ankles. The name Adriel, Adriel. It is a jailhouse tattoo. We're not sure if it's the left or right leg, you know. We just want to know what happened to him. We want to know if anyone's seen anything at the Movie Land Motel, at the Walgreens, at the stoplights, anywhere at the bus stations, anything at any homeless camps nearby, anything. Sometimes he does go by his brother's name, Josh, because they do resemble each other so much that he'll use his brother's identity. So, Josh, Matt, Maddie, let him know. Police are not looking for him. He has no warrants out there at all. So we just need some information, you know. That's it. You know, we're not sure. We don't even know what happened. So we're just going by what the ex-girlfriend says, and it is what it is. Hopefully they do get a good PI on the case and people start making noise.
right.
I think his mom's doing everything she can do. But stuff is, unfortunately, you get organizations that say, I'll help you, you know. But when it comes down to it, they're not helping us.
Right.
The next big case, you know, got more noise. Fuck
Agreed.
this case.
Agreed.
That's the way I see it. And they all think that, you know, all the family is against each other. We're not against each other. It's just, we all know that if he left on his own, that's cool. We're good with that. Well, we know he would have called somebody by now.
Right.
He would have called somebody. It doesn't matter.
Right.
His mother, his aunt, his uncle. All his Facebook accounts have not been active. Instagram, none of those since he went missing. So he's somewhere. We'll find him. We'll find some information somehow. And there's a lot of things that go on that we don't make public due to reasonings.
Agreed.
But it's just the thing that too that his mom didn't mention either was Shelby. She had a husband that lived with her in Florida.
Shelby was the
Ex-girlfriend that got murdered after talking to the police. She had a husband that passed away in Florida. Not sure how. In March 2022. He was a drug addict too. So it's just crazy, Matt, the husband, her, whether this guy is telling the truth, I don't know. Maybe Shelby was on meth high at the time. I don't know. But usually the way Shelby works is that she'll get you on the phone, talk a whole bunch of shit and ask for money. If she talked to the mom and told her all that and then asked her for money, most likely something is up with that. But again, we don't know. We're not like we don't know anything. We don't know if he went left, right. If he wasn't even in that hotel, a lot of us believe he wasn't even in that hotel at the time. And the girlfriend, did have thousands of stories, you know. But recently, she says she's sober, she's doing good, she wants to help. But Orlando Police Department is just not willing to spend the money to investigate the phone that he had. She says he owed money to drug dealers. If he did, it's going to be on that phone.
right.
Whatever he did, if he texted someone, called them, hey, meet me down the street at the Walgreens, meet me down the street, the 7-Eleven, it's on that phone.
We just need to find Matt. Period.
Yep. The thing is, we shouldn't have to be trying to find something for them to do something. That's their job to find something to do something.
Exactly.
That's what they get paid for.
This is what we pay
The police
our
department.
taxes for. Absolutely. Agreed. Absolutely agreed. I'm sorry.
Love, you're good.
I've been like trying to hold it. Thank you.
We'll get something else rolling,
Agreed.
We'll see what happens next. We'll all
Thank
get
you,
the
Tasha.
answers we need, man.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I love you.
You too, babe. Until next time, we'll have someone else. If you have a missing loved one out there and want to get their story out there, contact one of us. We'll be sure to make a time and day to get you on the show to show awareness. Is there any leads or any information on Matt's case or Kaya Taylor's case missing from Plant City? Her car was left running on the railroad tracks. She's never been seen again. Any information on George Vasquez's daughter, Kelly Vasquez, please let someone know. Contact George, me, Katrina, anybody. Fidencio's daughter, Veronica, went missing too. They're looking for her still. She has young sons that want their mother, need their mother. Anybody knows anything, we won't get law enforcement involved. Contact us. Email, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, anything. If you want to make a fake email, fake Facebook account, there is rewards out, I believe, in all cases
Okay.
right now. So any little piece, it could be you saw Kaya run in the woods. You saw Kaya get snatched up by someone in a red blazer, or you seen Matt getting into an orange car or truck, or you seen him at the bus station. Something. Somebody knows something. Somebody's seen something. Somebody captures something. It's just that people are not giving us the answers that we need. And most likely, the way Florida is, they do have the death penalty. So if I was y'all, if y'all know something, you ought to speak the fuck up, because the families could be actually the main reasoning of you not getting the death penalty and actually helping you out with the district attorney's office.
I love you, Tasha.
You too, honey. Somebody knows something about one of these cases. And you just gotta need the one person. Just speak up. That's it.
I appreciate you.
You too. And if any of your missing loved ones are watching and you're alive and you're out there, contact one of us. Let us know. So we just know you're good. That's it. We do believe, I do believe that people do run off and say, want to start over. But most of those people kind of contact someone to say,
I
I'm good.
want to start over every day.
Mm-hmm. It's crazy. It's crazy. But law enforcement will only pick and choose on what cases that they want to deal with, unfortunately. And
Yeah.
until someone makes laws changes or make more and more noise, not going to do anything. Maybe we'll have to wait until it's election time and whoever's in office get on their asses. You need those votes. We also need a missing the person division in Hillsborough County, Orlando, Kissimmee. It's money. You get paid for it. You get paid very good. Just imagine if it was one of their loved ones. They'd be out all night looking for him.
Tasha, stop.
They would. They would have all the funds available then for the cadaver dogs, the drones, and the cell phone warrants and everything else. It's crazy. It's crazy. It's crazy. Somebody knows something, and we'll get the answers one way or another, whether it's now, tomorrow, 5 years, 10 years later. Somebody's going to find something, and if it's a remain, a skull, an arm, a leg, a t-shirt, it's going to be found.
Agreed. Agreed.
So unless y'all need to hire Jose that worked on Casey Anthony's case, unless y'all got some money like that,
Agreed.
speak the fuck up. Because we all know, let me just shut up. We all know Casey Anthony killed her daughter, and she got away with it. Yeah, she got Jose, of course. So unless you got Jose money, my ass's money, you better speak the fuck up and say something. It's the littlest thing they might not even think. Like, they could have been sitting at the bus stop or going over the railroad tracks and seeing something, someone running or something. You know what I mean? It's like, but people don't realize it. News, I don't know. But a lot of things we can't discuss because it's got to be
Right.
private too. So
Absolutely. I don't like you right now because people don't understand. This is what we go through
yep,
all the time, and we have to discuss it. We have to,
make awareness.
uh, and when I talk about it wherever I go, um,
Hmm.
I'm not a very powerful speaker.
Hmm. You just
I'm
got to
not,
speak from your heart, from your mind, whatever you want to say. Be you.
but I'm not that powerful speaker that everyone wants to hear. I'm not that. But at the same time, I have to let everybody know that this is what we're going through as a family,
Hmm.
as a family member of the missing. That
It's hard. It's
it's
hard,
hard.
especially it's when it's your cousin, it's your sister. But just thinking about the moms and the fathers. But the
It's
thing is,
hard.
what I'm learning is what a lot of these families, the missing, fucks families up. Like they'll kill each other, they'll hate each other, talk about. It's like, what the fuck? What does that got to do with the missing? Like, work together. You all got the same motive. Because this family member may know this or that one may know that, but if you're not working together, you ain't gonna solve shit.
Agreed.
Nothing but hurt bullshit. I mean, just too much chaos and drama.
Yeah. And I know I have a lot of people that ask me, can you speak on this? Can you talk about this? Can you?
No, you gotta limit what you talk about. You gotta limit what you do, what you say. It's just the way it is. But then when it all comes down to it and everything is done and they're found, then you can speak about it. But then you're not gonna.
I try. Honestly, I try so hard. And I want to speak for everybody that I know. But there are so many families that have to. I thank you, Tasha,
Yeah.
and I'm gonna take you from New York, and I'm gonna come from Florida to Indianapolis.
We got it. We'll get it together. We got to
Yeah,
make noise.
I'm gonna come and get you because it's so hard. I can't do it by myself.
It's not easy, I'll tell you that. A lot of people
Yeah,
just laugh like, oh, whatever. What is he missing? Oh, he's not famous. I don't know his case. I don't know her case. All right,
but
let's make it famous. Let's
Matt.
put it out there.
Yeah,
And it shouldn't even be like that. It shouldn't matter.
exactly. That's my whole point. It doesn't fucking matter. We are families of the missing, and we need help. We need.
There's so many places that I applied to put his case out there. It's every day, every day, every day. But you got to think it like this: that one person's gonna it's gonna land in the right person's hands. And
But
when it
I've
does,
been
it's gonna blow up.
asked like so many times, can you do this on a national level? But it doesn't. We we cannot we cannot put out to the families I can't even talk about it because it hurts.
Mm-hmm.
I am one of those. I'm one of those family members that are missing. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Don't beat yourself up about it because you do everything
I
you
have
can do. Just
to
keep
because
doing.
that's what I'm
Just,
here for.
just keep doing what you're doing. You're not doing nothing wrong. You're doing exactly what you need to do. And that's all you need to worry about. And let yourself know that you're doing everything you can for Kaya's case and for your cousins and everyone else's
It's not
case.
just about Kaya, it's about
No,
all of us.
everybody's. Yeah, that's the thing. You help everybody. It's not just about your sister. It's about everybody.
Agreed.
You're doing all you could do.
I just want everybody to understand this is not about Kaya. It's about Kaya. It's about Matthew. It's about Kelly. It's about
Veronica and Johnny too. Johnny Hunts was missing too. We haven't. His brother Brian Hunt hasn't heard
his
anything about his
mom
brother at all. He
died.
died.
His
We don't
mom
know what happened
died
to her
not
son.
knowing what happened to
Her son. But I bet you the girlfriend that was with him knows.
I just need everyone to know that it's not. I will never, ever be stingy, if that's the word. I know my sister is missing, but
Mm-hmm.
I know there are so many more people that are missing in the area. I don't know how to even explain it. And again, I'm going to tell you that I have been asked by so many uh, national people for Black and brown people missing that I can't even say that yes, I will join you. I don't even know how to explain it. I have been asked on a national level to uh, I think I need to stay on the grassroots
Mm-hmm.
part of letting everyone know that no matter what, I have to let oh Tasha,
Yeah, it's hard.
no, like